As an employee, you may incur various business expenses during your trips or need to consolidate and submit monthly bills and office expenses for a specific period. With Zoho Expense, you can create an expense report and add all the related expenses to it. Please note, all expenses must be part of an expense report for submission. Individual expenses cannot be submitted separately. In this video, we will cover the following topics. Let's see how to create an expense report. Log into Zoho Expense, go to the Reports module, click the plus New Report at the top right corner, enter the report name, enter the business purpose and duration if applicable, if you are submitting expenses related to a trip, choose the associated trip. Then click Save. You have created an expense report. You can also create a new report from unreported expenses or associate them to an existing report. To do so, go to the Expenses module, navigate to the Unreported Expenses tab, select the expenses that you want to group under a common report and click Add to Report. You can either choose an existing report to associate the expense with or click here to create a new one. You can create a new report from trips as well. To do so, go to the Trips module, select the trip you want to associate with the report. Under the Associated Reports tab, you can view reports associated with the trip. You can create a new report by clicking plus New Report. Enter the report name and other details and click Save. That's how you create a report from trips. Once you create a report, you can add expenses to it. Here's how you can do it. Go to the Reports module, select the report to which you want to add expenses, click plus New Expense, or if you have any unreported expenses, you can add them here by clicking Add Unreported Expenses. You can also multi-select expenses or choose to add all the unreported expenses. You can attach any document or file which the approver might want to view while reviewing a report. You can also simply upload your expense receipts here. Zoho Expense will scan and add them as expenses within this report. If the expenses in your report have violated your organization's policy, the violations will be highlighted in the report. There are two types of policy violations. In blocking violations, you will be refrained from submitting the report. You can click View to view the reasons and then click Update to resolve the violations. In warning violations, you will be warned regarding the policy violations you have made in your report. You can either resolve the violation or submit it without resolving. After resolving, you can submit the report. On the right side, you can view the approval flow, which helps you track the current status of your report and identify whether the approval is pending. If you want to edit a report that has already been submitted, you can recall it and make the changes. After editing, you can resubmit it. Once the submitter submits the report, the approver will receive a notification to approve or reject the report. To review the report, go to the Approvals module. All the trips, expense reports, and purchase requests that are waiting for approval will be listed in the Pending Approval tab. Go to the Reports tab. The approver can select the report they want to review. They can verify the expense details of the report and add comments for each expense if necessary. The submitter will be notified about the comments and can respond to them. By clicking the contextual chat icon, you can start discussions regarding the report with the submitter, approver, or admins based on the configuration. The approver can also edit the expense by clicking the three-dotted icon here and selecting Show Details. Then, click the Edit icon at the top to modify the expense details. Once done, click Update. Specify the reason for editing the expense. Mark this box if you want to notify the submitter. And click Save. The approver can reject individual expenses within a report rather than rejecting the entire report. Once the report is approved or rejected, the submitter will be notified. Let's look at some of the other actions that can be performed in expense reports by an approver. Use the Group By option to organize expenses based on specific criteria. In the History tab of your report, you can view the details of the changes made and the date and time at which the report was updated by the respective user. On clicking the More icon, you can print PDF in your preferred template, Standard template, Group By Category template, and Group By Date template. You can export the report in CSV, XLS, and XLSX formats, download receipts if uploaded. You can filter and sort the expense reports as well. You can approve, reject, archive, and export the reports in bulk. Now, let's look at some of the other actions that can be performed in expense reports by a submitter. On clicking the More icon, you can share, print PDF, export, download receipts if uploaded, and archive the report. If you want to update a bunch of expense reports at a time, you can update them in bulk. You can also submit the expense reports, archive, export, and delete them in bulk. You can filter and sort the expense reports as well. If you have expense reports saved as spreadsheet while migrating data from another software to Zoho Expense, you can click the More icon and select Import Reports to upload them. You will be able to import the file only in CSV or TSV format. You can also download a sample file for your reference. If you have enabled online reimbursements and added the bank accounts, admins and the users with reimbursement permission will be able to reimburse the approved reports. You can record it manually as well and update the status of reimbursement here. And that's a wrap for our video. Thanks for watching.